guys, welcome to another updated ranking. I did the Superman ranking and I updated my Alien ranking. Now it's time to update the Superman ranking. The Batman ranking. So some things are still the same, some things are changed, but there's no Catwoman movie gonna be on this list, or any Batman movie, or any animated Batman film. So, yeah, and this is my opinion, and just because I put a certain Batman movie as my number one doesn't mean I'm overpraising it, because it deserves the praise it got. But anyway, let's get started with this and get it over with. At number 8, we have Batman and Robin. Yes, go ahead and say, Joshua, why do you own Batman Forever and Batman and Robin? Well, my oldest sister found this and she got it for me. It's a double feature. So, and plus, Batman and Robin, as bad as it is, this is kind of a movie I can laugh at now. Because if you see my previous ranking, you say I said there's nothing to laugh at in this movie, because this is just a horrible Batman movie. And yet it still is a terrible Batman movie. It's a disgrace to the Batman mythology, and it ruins so many good characters, like the character Batgirl and Bane, and it also ruined Mr. Freeze, which hopefully in the DCEU we can get. I want to see them done right, but I know they're going to do Batgirl right, because Joss Whedon's directing, but everything in this movie is horrible. The production design is terrible. The way the Batmobile looks is terrible. I don't like the suits of Batman or Robin. And there's so many innuendos in this movie, which is very much uncalled for. Arnold Schwarzenegger gives a terrible performance, but it is laughable, and George Clooney is the worst Batman when it comes to movies. I haven't seen the 66 version, but I'm not going to. But Uma Thurman is really horrible. It's Poison Ivy. Yes, Alicia Silverstone is terrible, but I do like her costume. But it could have been a little bit better. And it's not even Barbara Gordon, it's Barbara Wilson. But you can make changes, but they have to be at least a little accurate. But Batman Forever, terrible movie, but laughable. And the best thing to come out of this was a Fandango $5 coupon for Wonder Woman, which I did not use. And a little Wonder Woman tiara, which I was going to use in my Wonder Woman review, but I'm not going to. I'm going to wait to wear it in my DCEU ranking. So, let's go. Coming to number 7, we have Batman Forever. Now, I can watch this. This one is I can actually get enjoyment out of. It is underrated. Yeah, it is the beginning of the end for the Batman franchise, but it's still very much somewhat a good movie. I have a lot of fun with it. I like the look of Gotham City. I don't have a problem with Val Kilmer as Batman. Yeah, he is underrated. I liked Nicole Kidman in here as Chase Meriden. Chris O'Donnell, yes, I could say that he is not whining and moaning in here as he is in the last one. But Tommy Lee Jones, I really don't like in this movie. I think Tommy Lee Jones, it was the wrong choice to play Two-Face, but he's laughable. And it was the first time they used Two-Face, and he doesn't look all that good. But I still think this is it's a fun film. I like the soundtrack too. Kiss from a Rose, Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me, all those songs if you listen to the soundtrack. And it has some good action, so yeah. Batman Forever is at number 7. But the reason why, reason why is because it does shift changes, but Tim Burton was still part of the producers. See, so he did stick around to produce, but he didn't direct anymore. But I'm curious to see what his version of Batman Forever would have been like. But anyway, it's alright. At number 6, we have Batman 1989 with Michael Keaton. The Batman that I watch. I, again, never seen the 1966 version, but this was a great start to Batman's triumph cinematic career, and I love the look of this movie. Tim Burton shot the movie very well, but for a movie that's called Batman, Jack Nicholson does get top billing, which is my problem, because it feels more of a Joker movie than a Batman movie. But I still think that Michael Keaton is one of my favorite Bruce Wayne Batman actors. Not my number 1, but he is one of my favorites. I'll get to that number 1 when I get to it. But I really do enjoy this movie. My problems, yes, Batman killing is an issue. It was an issue with these two movies, and it was an issue with Batman vs. Superman. I know that's his character, but I can really do without it, because that's the biggest issue towards the first two Tim Burton movies, especially Batman Returns. But there is some cool action. I love the score and the theme by Danny Elfman. I love the action scenes. I love the cinematography. I like the production design. So I can't really hate on this movie too much, because it is the first live action theatrically released one, I think. Never seen the Adam West version, so whatever. At number 5, Batman Returns. This one just turned a year old this year. This one and Batman Forever. But I like this one more than Batman 1989, but it still has some issues. The violence is way too over the top. The Penguin violent moments with the Penguin and Batman killing, it does go a little bit too far. But Tim Burton, he wanted creative control because he got the origin out of the way and he wanted to do this. So honestly, I shouldn't blame him. So but this is a Batman film. I do thoroughly enjoy seeing it, and it's just really fun one. But I do, Michelle Pfeiffer, she was gorgeous as Selena Kyle, Catwoman. Danny DeVito, he is over the top as the Penguin, but I think he was really good. I thought he was great as the Penguin. And the way this movie just starts out is just so just haunting and disturbing. And it takes place in Christmas time, so that's an argument. So yeah. Batman Returns is at number 5. Mm-hmm. At number 4, we have The Dark Knight Rises. Yes. Now this one, I will say that it was on my overrated movies of all time list, because I wanted to put it on there, but I still love the movie. I just don't think it is the best ending into the trilogy as everyone thinks it is. It is certainly a great ending to the Chris Nolan Dark Knight trilogy, but I do have issues with this movie. One issue that really does keep me from rewatching this movie is the scene where Bane breaks Batman's back. I know that's in the comics, but I hated that scene. And because you honestly just took Batman out of the movie for a good majority of it, of the 165-minute long runtime, which is kind of stupid to do. But I do give Chris Nolan credit for wanting to do something out of a comic. But still, you shouldn't have done that. The freaking villain twist with Talia al Ghul, you should just have be Miranda Tate. But Marion Cotillard still does a great job. And yes, this movie is a little bit too long. But those negatives doesn't outweigh the positives. There's a lot of great things to love. Tom Hardy's performance as Bane is really great. Yes, it's hard to hear what he's saying because he's wearing a mask. But I can understand what he's saying. And Tom Hardy, they did him the character justice in this movie. I don't care about that twist, how they changed him, but for the whole movie, I thought he was done perfectly. He was done great. It was finally Bane being done right after whatever the heck that was in Batman and Robin. And he was really great. I really did enjoy seeing that. Christian Bale, Michael Caine are really great. All the returning cast players are good. The action is great, especially the final fight with the police and all of Bane's army and Batman and Catwoman fighting. And Anne Hathaway is just hot. And it's Selena Kyle Catwoman. She is my favorite Catwoman. People go to Michelle Pfeiffer, but I think Anne Hathaway, she really did pull it off. She was hot, she's gorgeous, and I loved the way her Catwoman costume looked. And Hans Zimmer's score is really great. Sadly, James Newton Howard didn't come back to to compose the score, but the score is still great no matter what. And The Dark Knight Rises, while it does have some issues I don't like, I can still watch it and say this is a great movie, and I still am, for some weird reason, I'm able to keep this movie at a A+ rating for me. So yeah. At number 3, we have, again, this is updated, so I got added, Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. Again, I said what I had to say, but I'm gonna touch on this movie even more and when I do this up ranking. But I still love this movie. I still think Henry Cavill is a great Superman. Clark Kent. I love Ben Affleck. His portrayal was as close as to comics as you can get. And I do feel bad for Ben Affleck because this is the second superhero movie he's been in that's been negatively received. But one positive is the audience score is higher. So I can say that much. The audience score is higher. And also I do think the action is still great. I still love the music. I still love Gal Gadot's portrayal of Wonder Woman. And yes, the Batman vs Superman fight could have went on for a little bit more longer, but I was into the fight, and I love the Martha scene. I don't care. I'm not going to spend too much time because I've done 4 different reviews of this movie. Theatrical version, spoiler and non-spoiler, ultimate cut, completely spoiler, and my analyzed review, which I uploaded at the beginning of the year. But I love this film. I will talk about this more when I do the DCEU ranking. So yeah. At number 2, Batman's Redemption, aka Batman Begins. Yes, Batman Begins. This was a great way to bring back the character of Batman after 1997 because that movie was horrible, and if they didn't do this, they would have went with Batman Triumphant, which would have been horrible. But Chris Nolan, he came in and directed a great trilogy. Him and David S. Goyer worked very good together with the script. I love Christian Bale. He's my favorite Batman actor. people have a problem with his voice, but I don't mind his voice. His Batman voice is awesome. I love Michael Caine. I love Katie Holmes. I love that it doesn't just go to Batman very quickly. It takes an hour to see Batman. I appreciate that they went with his origin and went to about the death of his parents and pretty cool. And I do love when we do get to see him as Batman fighting the Scarecrow played by Cillian Murphy. Just really awesome stuff. And Liam Neeson was also really great in here as Ra's al Ghul. The action scenes that him and Christian Bale have in this movie are really good. And just this movie took the dare to say that we're going to do this character's origin. We're going to redeem this character after Batman and Robin, and that's exactly what they did, and I give them a whole bunch of respect for it. I have no issues, basically, so yeah, this is a great film. A great start to the Nolan. Now is my number one favorite Batman movie. Of course, I'm going to have to say it is The Dark Knight. This is the most watched one I watch the most. This is my favorite of the Nolan films, and this is also my favorite Batman film. And also one of my favorite superhero movies of all time. I remember having the DVD, the one disc edition back in 2008. It was a full screen edition. Then I bought the movie again in 2013, but it was 2-disc edition, and I don't have the 2-disc edition. I'm going to have to rebuy all my Batman movies and all of the Superman movies, but I won't buy Superman 4. But I do own Superman Returns, so that's the start. And I do own these two. But The Dark Knight, 2008, I remember seeing advertisements. A lot of people were hyping this movie up because Heath Ledger's last performance as the Joker, and it's a shame he died because I do really miss the guy as an actor. He's a good actor. I haven't seen Brokeback Mountain, so don't ask me have I seen it. But Heath Ledger, he was great as the Joker. He definitely deserved the Oscar. He played it more crazy, more psychotic, and more straightforward than Jared Leto. And the best part about this Joker is that he does not have tattoos. Joker is not supposed to have tattoos. So whoever thought giving Joker tattoos was a good idea, you really need to check yourself. Check yourself. Because giving Jared Leto's Joker tattoos was not very new at all. That was just bull crap. But there's a lot of great things to love. It's very quotable. The directing is great. This movie goes by very fast too. 2 hours and 32 minutes. I wasn't bored. People complain that it's too much talking, too much dialogue. You gotta have story, characters, and dialogue in order for a movie to work. If you can't handle it, then whatever. And people have said this is a crime drama. No, it's not. I disagree with them completely, but this is a superhero movie with crime drama elements. But it has action. It has one of my favorite things in a Batman movie, the Bat Pod. And it has my favorite scene in the entire Dark Knight trilogy, the interrogation scene with Joker and Batman. That scene with him Batman just going off, ready to destroy Joker. That was pretty cool and that was pretty awesome. So yeah, I say that The Dark Knight is still a great movie. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of my updated Batman ranking down below. Do you like it, my list? Do you not like the list? And if you like this, you can click here and we can all have a good time. And share your list down below. I would like to hear from you.